Test of Talents is kind of a dead card against them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guaranteed they just walk away from their computer right here. Yeah. Oh, feel bad. That's a feel bad card for sure. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, I've gone to the dark side. This is a Sultai only bombs deck. Every single good card in the meta has been included within this build, except for Goldspan Dragon, right? We didn't want to go to 4 colors. I mean, I guess you could, but you really don't need it, which feels odd to say. Don't need Goldspan Dragon? Well, it's going to be an interesting deck, let me tell you that much. We're going to break down the deck list, the strategies, and the synergies incorporated within it, showcasing all of this through the gameplay footage, finally wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. Make sure to smash that like button. If we can get to 500 likes on a video, I'm going to do a studio and daily routine reveal just for you. So, with this being said, let's take a look at this brand new deck. Only Bombs is a standard best of 1, 60 card, 3.8 average mana value, 4 creature, 32 non-creature, 24 land deck, right? Where it really goes off the rails though is the power level within it. Mythic Massacre, absolutely ridiculous. Ethica's Chariot, bonkers. Ren and 7, oh my god. Loaf is just straight up GG's. Imarith, stop it. Storm the Festival, Ayo River, and the one and only Allrun's Epiphany, which is probably people going and playing a different game because they're so frustrated with Wizards. But hey, you know, not my company, is what it is. Anyways, that's kind of what's going on with the deck. We do have Hall of the Storm Giants and the Lair of Hydra, along with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, as well as our creature lands, and then all of the pathways and these new dual lands that we have coming in tapped, unless they're the second or like the third or further down within your play line, which is pretty cool. Great lands. You know, we don't have 1-drops in the deck, so any deck without 1-drops can really incorporate these lands if it's multicolored, because you're playing a land that you're not using the mana for anyway, so why doesn't it just come in tapped, making the rest of your game really consistent? With that in mind, we're ramping to keep our land consistent as it's a 3-color deck. Emergent Sequence is going to grab us a basic land. It's going to get a +1/+1 counter on it for each land that we've had enter the battlefield this turn, right? So if you play a land, this land comes out, it's a 2/2. If we are ramping with other sources, you know, you can get that up to 3/3. And with Ren and 7's 0 ability, put any number of land cards from your hand into the battlefield tapped, you can actually have this Emergent Sequence pop off. It depends on how many lands you have in your hand, and Ren and 7's +1 ability reveals the top 4 cards of your library, putting all of the lands into our hand, the rest into the graveyard, right? So we can fill our hand with land and then dump them all into play. Boom, Emergent Sequence on top. So you're gonna get a big fatty instead of that little nasty out of this, right? So we also have the Root Coil Creeper for 2 mana, a 2/2 tap for any color of mana, which is great, and then 2 mana if it's being cast from our graveyard, which is incorporated through the flashback of Storm the Festival, which is typically 10, bringing it down to 8. Mwah. Very, very good news here. And Ren and 7's plus ability, grabbing the lands to our hands, other cards to the graveyard, may put Storm the Festival there. So keep that in mind as well. With this out of the way, we do have Field Trip as another form of ramp. Sorcery speed for 3, searching our library for a basic forest, putting it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle and learn. That brings us to our sideboard, in which we have 2 copies of Environmental Sciences, grabbing a basic land, shuffling, gaining 2 life. We also have some other goodies in here, but they're not ramp oriented. However, I do believe that is the end of the ramp in our build, right? So Sequence, Creeper, Field Trip, Environmental Sciences, all helping us ramp into, well, the one and only Storm the Festival. Looking at the top 5 cards of our library, you may put up to 2 permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them into the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. Flashback for 10 like I talked about. So, you know, all of our permanents, Imarith, Lolth, Ren, Chariot, they're all coming out. Not to mention the Meat Hook too. Even if you don't get the -X, it's still good. And those creatures and planeswalkers and I guess enchantment as they enter play, you know, each one of them is game changing when you're placing 2 of them in at a time. Woof. That's absolutely incredible, right? Of course, we're just ramping into Alrund's Epiphany. Double turn, baby, double turn. It is what it is. And through our field state, which is made so aggressive for what this mid-range deck has to offer, the Ren and 7's -3, you get a Tree Folk. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands we control. This is great because of all the ramp we have. And then, you know, amplified through Esika's Chariot. When it attacks, you can copy a token that you control, which is amazing. And that Tree Folk is a token, as you all know. When the Chariot enters play, you'll also make 2/2/2 cats. The crew is 4 to get it going. So that's there on the Tree Folk. And -8 on Ren is the only thing we haven't talked about, so we may as well touch on it. It's not, you know, super important to the build, but, you know, those late game control matchups, maybe. -8, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. So this can actually be fairly useful, super late game, but I'm pretty sure you'll be winning before that. We can also copy with Esika's Chariot the spider tokens through Loth. The reach is amazing. The Tree Folk also has reach, which is really cool against the dragons, right? There's so many gold spans around. You can just snag those out of the air, please and thank you. And, you know, we have our own. It has Ward 4 as long as it's untapped, and whenever it deals combat damage, draw cards equal to the difference, if you have fewer cards than 3, draw cards equal to the difference, right? So if you have 0 cards, draw 3. If you have 2, draw 1, so on and so forth. Loth can also 0 to draw a card and lose 1 life. Whenever a creature we control dies, we put a loyalty counter on her, which is really cool because we're using stuff like the Meat Hook just to clean up all these aggro decks. Who cares if our stuff dies? Yours did too, and now I get my Meat Hook triggers and my Loth triggers. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they'll lose 1 life, and whenever a creature we control dies, an opponent loses 1 life, and whenever a creature they control dies, we gain 1 life. Sorry, you know, my brain, right? Inside out and backwards. And then we're casting this for 2+X, which is really, really cool to clean up those aggro decks. Test of Talents to defend against the nasties, right? We do have opposing Allruns within the meta, which you still have to protect against. We can also protect against other spells and just annoying things with Divide by 0, instant speed for 3, returning target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hands. Not the lands, they don't have a mana value. And you'll also get to learn, which is a good, you know, wrap back to the Teaching of the Archaics, Introduction to Annihilation, Mascot Exhibition, and Confront the Past. Confront the Past, creature back from the graveyard, or removing loyalty counters. Mascot Exhibition, you know, 2, a 3, and a 4. That's 9 power in play. Woof. And then, of course, the Exile, they get to draw a card for 5, and then draw cards if they have more cards than you. If they have 4 or more cards than you, draw 3, draw 3 if they have 4 more cards than you. Otherwise, draw 2 if they have just more than you, which is cool. Potentially a dead card sometimes, so be, you know, careful with this. That's the deck, right? You take the double turns, you attack with the creature lands, they can't defend against it. You have all of the Tree Folk tokens as well, all of the spider. It's just too much, you guys. Literally, I don't know how much skill you need to play this deck. This is one of those idiot-proof decks where you literally just top deck and lay it to the field. Top deck, lay it to the field. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We've been killing it, right? We're in the top like 600, top 500 with this deck. So it's performing really, really nicely. Thanks again for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate all of your time and attention. We've got some new giveaways available within the Discord, so don't miss out on that. Like, I think one of them's up to 300 USD that we'll be doing just for the next week. So, you know, get in on that. That's available within the Linktree link in the description below, just right below the deck list, right? I'm sure you guys are familiar with links below videos. And while you're there, make sure to like the video because that helps me as a content creator and it allows me to do all these cool giveaways. So with this out of the way, have a magical day, enjoy today's gameplay footage, and we'll see you on the other side with our final thoughts and deck review. Alrighty, we're going first, and, well, I know we're going to get a lot of backfire for using a couple of these cards, but you just got to have fun. So this is like only bombs. You play the good cards, and you probably will win the game. Push that to the side. Oh, look who it is now, right? You see it just by looking at my hand. It's like, are you insane? Are you insane, bro? We need a ton of land, and oh, that's gonna help us get there. This is a black source. Bingo, bango, bongo. This should be a blue source, but what if it dies? They have removal, you know what I mean? So let's just take that green source. Because I suspect this land will not survive. There's one blue source, which is nice. Operation Cat Attack. That's turn. And then Operation Red and 7. I guess this should have been a blue source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. It should have been a blue source. I was worried that they would have removed it. So I went with the forest instead. Because we have stormed the festival, right? So we want to be getting those 3 forests in play. Well, that's a good card. They're doing really well for themselves as well. Hit for 7. Yikes. We missed one of the good cards in our deck, I guess. We forgot red for Goldsman. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's not... The layer's not doing anything. Thanks for tapping my blocker. Appreciate that.
Do not underestimate the forest, the trees can fight their own battles.
It can kill the Goldsman. It's a pretty good blocker, right? And the fact that we'll have 2 of them, it should slow it down. This should get through. I mean, even if it doesn't, it's worth it. Certainly. Do they draw here? I imagine they do. Yes, 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 yes. They have to double remove these 2 reach tokens, which isn't impossible with 4 cards. That is certain. Gassed out. 3 cards. They have access to the sideboard, which is exile on one of them. They're just going to draw instead. They should have went with the Twitch. That's a sure thing with the removal. Right? Necrotic Fumes is one option. Tibble.
Trickery is just a hobby.
Tibolino.
Chaos is my career.
That's a good thing we've got 2. Really? Do they have more removal here? No. They would have done it before blockers. I get to pick. Actually, no, we just lose our Planeswalker. It's not great, Bill, but we do have damage over there. This is our second blue source. Let's take the confirmed kill on the walker. They kill the land. Do not care. We should have maybe not killed the Twitch there, actually. We should have just taken dead damage. And turn. We have a nice meat hook. Like, if they're gonna mascot here. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, only bombs, baby. They need and probably have another Soul Shatter, but it's like we just make the creatures.
I'm hungry. A gift in exchange for loyalty.
Tap the spiders with Summoning Sickness. Removal might go on the Chariot here. We want lots of defenders for Lowell. Oh, no, no, no. We should have taken a spider. Ah, the spider has reach for the dragon. Oh, what did you just do? It's okay. It's okay. Just a game-losing mistake here, probably. Guarantee they drop a goal span. There goes Lowell. We should have taken reach. What was I thinking? Why? I was like, oh, the cat's a 2/2. It's better. But no, it's not. I mean, they could just... They bring back Tybalt and then minus, or the dragon. It is the dragon. We do get enough loyalty to survive, though. I think. LOL. I think. We would have lost the spiders regardless, so that last play didn't matter at all. Oh, nice. Just laying in the heaters. That's unpleasant. Da, 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 da. Only bombs. It sucks, but 2's better than 1. Alright. We're back in the realm of possibility. And use that exhibition. There you go. Last card in their hand. There it is. Good as good as game. One, two, three, four. Boop. Got him. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. Aw, we lost literally everything. Okay. I mean, we're still in rotation. The gas, and then they get a big draw here. I don't know why you'd ever... Oh, they didn't have blue. That's why. Like, don't spend the treasures until you get gold span. But Rakdos deck, treasure for blue. Predator's pretty good, right? That's hope. LOL. Good game. It's just like the cards in the deck are such high value, you guys. It's literally redonkulous. Top 700. You top deck them, you play them, and every time it's just like absolutely game changing, which is incredible. And we were gonna take a double turn there too with it's 3 plus we make the 4 plus the chariot goes to make the 5, and we have the double turn. Just stop it. Going first, bad land. Let's toss it up. Much better. Toss the basic back. One blue source. We need another land. Oof. The cats are pretty good. green source for Ren. Ooh. Ooh! Everybody's just all about these turn 3 chariots. It's good for them. Can't attack.
Trees are old and wise. Feed
It's only 5.
the entire forest is an army.
Screw it, let's go for it. We have more chariots. Some really nice defenders here. We don't have to lose 2 cats, we can just block the chariot. Unless they ranger class and it's trade, but even then that's still net value. Unless they too play their planeswalker, right? If they have a red and 7 here, we've got ourselves a real bomb off. You know what could be added to mono green to make it a better deck? Aura's chariot. So I can't believe they didn't block with the chariot. And they lost 2 cats. That's interesting. They must have just top decked that. Grab a land for the turn.
Every seed contains
Or not.
great potential. Power grows with attention.
Or not. Save me for next turn. No attacks. I think we can play defensively. What do you guys figure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's perfect. Festival available at 10. That's quite a ways out. But it really only costs 9 because the creeper. Still a ways out. That's a double block in case they have a Snakeskin Veil. Right? We don't want it to go to a 6/6 and then we just lose out. It's like, no, no, no. Like, you're definitely going to lose that chariot. They have multiple, like, they've got the Sentinel, right? So there's 3 mana available to them here. So let's just be as careful as we can. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think about the double block. I don't know. They're gonna fight the creeper, I guess. Almost like they know what we're doing next turn. Hashtag it's been dealt with. One, two, three, four, 5. I'm gonna risk it. Definitely we're gonna get a land, right?
Rich soil grows.
Oh, but it needs to be a blue source. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Oh well. Probably just against Green Mascot Exhibition. Let's see what they have to offer us this turn. They really need to swing on Ren, but it's like, that's just taken away from our life. Like, they need to be focusing on our life points because The more land we get in play, like, uh-oh. It's gonna get pretty dirty real quick. Looks like they'll be taking the turn off from attacking. Or else it's, yeah, it's just, they're in a bad spot, right? Like, if you look at it from a mono green perspective, nice big field, doing pretty well, but when you're attacking into, like, sure blockers, it really sucks. I've been there, man. Yikes. So here's a -3.
They prepare
Oof.
for war.
Here's an exhibition. Not even using all run yet. Let's just go as wide as we can first. No attacks. This is an unwinnable situation. And I know, do not tempt karma. We've seen Andre Strosky say, yeah, I was unbeatable day one, and this first matchup I'm unbeatable in it again, or whatever. Undefeated in day one, and then unbeatable in the first match. And then the poor guy lost everything. So again, double block here, 2 8/8s. Not much going on there. They're just wanting to ramp, I guess. They're low on land. But they have the Sentinels, so I mean, how much mana could you possibly really need? Those Sentinels are good because they have reach too. How many cards do we have? 37? That's fine.
We can foster much growth.
Test of Talents is kind of a dead card against them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guaranteed they just walk away from their computer right here. Yeah. Oh, feel bad. That's a feel bad card for sure. But, I mean, you know, we're doing everything that mono green does. Just way better. Oh no. A top 200 player. Guaranteed we get beat up. Mulligan for better land. Keep 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, do we toss Ren, keep the festival? Or be smart, toss the land? Let's roll. Wolf, wolf, baby. Tragic Gadget. In the house with mono white. Dudley. Dudley. Take that blue source. We have our 3 greens, 4 festival. Ooh, okay, where are you, Hook? I don't even know what the Hook will do. No interaction on 3 is gonna hurt us. I'm trying to play it slow, just so they know that we're doing stuff. Down to 13. Ouch. They're going too quick. Elite Spellbinder on turn 3 is as good as Redain on turn 3. Incredible turn 3 drops for mono white. And look at this, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 for them. Perfect curve. We're going to struggle to catch up. It's not it, but it does help. We bounce the Usher, I guess. So we bounce the Spellbinder. Ouch. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Game. Friggin' whiff, baby! Get out of here! No! After that last match, I mean, I guess your bombs aren't so good if you can't play them, right? Or when you do, you whiff with them. That was great. Can't beat mono white speed though, it's just so friggin' good. Mono white, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 3 interferes with your turn 3 or turn 4. And you lose. Which is pretty dang cool. We've got a decent start, but look what we're playing against. Don't think it matters. One, two, three, 4, 5 next turn. It's just like they have such an advantage with Galvanic Iteration, so we really need to get ahead of them, right? We need that. Well, the Chariot's easily removed with their command. Kind of sucks. We do have Test of Talents we could dig for, right? We do this in case they're trying to worry. We do have our creature lands in play with the turns and the lane opener. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's not good. We have our creature slash land, more importantly, removed with a Dragon's Fire. Their egg goes up to 2 skis. They foretell all run land in play. Root Creeper in the fray. Was it a counterspell? Saw it coming? That was foretold? Well, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 available mana. They just have counter magic here, eh? Let's just let the land out. Let's skip the turn situation here and get what value we know we have, rather than just getting counterspell. They take it. That's not good. That is not good. Resource in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 9. 2 mana up. We're so close. Maybe they're not holding it. Force them to have it. They do. Okay. Dang. It's 10 damage. If they have a spell, it's lethal. Saved by a counter spell. 100%. Dang. Nice. Cool, 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 cool. Alrighty. Only bombs is not disappointing. I don't know what I would change about the deck. Maybe some Fading Hopes to bounce some of those earlier aggro decks, right? Like sometimes they get away from us, and we don't always have the divide by 0. And it takes a lot of mana to do, right? Like it'd be cool if on turn 3 we could still maybe Fading Hope and Emergent Sequence to offset that time a little bit. But other than that, we could talk about other field wipes as an option. We're either balancing or field wiping the aggro decks to slow them down. I think that's our only issue here, really. But again, if we can stall them even just a little bit, we're off to the races. And this is such a nasty mid-range deck that I have no words. You guys seen the evidence, and you know, I'm looking forward to actually probably not playing this a whole bunch. Like, oh, if I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna play this deck. How about that? You know what I mean? Like, if I lose a whole bunch of matches, I'll play it. But I really don't want to push Alrund's Epiphany too much, because I know that it's a bit of a problem. But at the same time, we should highlight it a little bit, so you know there's proof to Wizards on a content basis rather than the tournament thing, which, you know, I can almost guarantee you they do not care about at all. But you know, I've been documenting it. I've seen other people documenting it as well, making decks with it, just winning everything, and then without it, losing against it all the time. So thanks for watching so much, you guys. I appreciate your time and attention. Make sure to like that video to show that support. And like I said, brand new contests and giveaways, 300 USD being given away this week to just like a couple people. It's not, the odds are good, let me tell you what. And other new giveaways being released literally every week. So cheers, we'll see you in the next video. Have a magical day. Peace.